Now, verse 12, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. And by the way, two is company and three is a crowd. Sometimes it's well to have the crowd, especially if someone comes against you, and you're not apt to be even held up today if there's several of you walking along. But one person is certainly the one that is picked out today. I'm told that even in Washington that no woman is permitted to go alone into a public restroom there, that always another must go along with her. Well, it's tragic that we live in a day when it's not even safe in the nation's capital and actually in the very building itself to go alone. It's a revelation that in spite of the fact liberals just don't like the term law and order, we do need a little of it today. And there must be a restoration of that. This idea that we are a civilized people, that we've lost our lost nature, and the theologians of long ago were dead wrong, that today we've improved man and he must have liberty, and the liberty that's being exercised today is liberty to hold people up, liberty to mug them, liberty to say obscene things, liberty today to play music that no one wants to hear that has any mind at all. And as a result, why, the folk that have liberty to express themselves, but the majority of folk don't have liberty today. They can't walk the streets, and there are certain motels, hotels, that I won't go to because of the music that they put on, and they do nothing to tune it down at 12 o'clock at night because we must have liberty today. And I went to a manager of a hotel, and we had 200 people in this hotel in a tour. And I looked into the place where this music is coming from, and there were not 6 people sitting on bar stools. That's all that was there. And yet those 6 people had to have their liberty, and these 3 fellas, they couldn't sing any more than I can sing. And it's terrible when I tried, and it was terrible when they did it too. And yet 200 people had to be disturbed, so these folk, I would say that about 9 in all, could have their liberty. I say something's radically wrong. We've got this matter of liberty misunderstood. Liberty's not license. And after all, you have liberty to swing your fist. Well, where my nose begins, that's where your liberty leaves off. And we need to change these things some. And therefore, you need to have several go with you today anywhere that you go. And I've got so in conference work that my wife goes with me everywhere. I don't like to go alone, and that is something that many of us are finding today. Now, you can't be self-centered in this life, therefore, and find satisfaction in that. To say I want to be alone may work for a while, but you get very tired of it after a while.